guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing the TBR tag. I was not tagged by anyone to do this, but here I am doing it anyway because I thought the questions would be fun to answer. I will leave the original tag creator down below, and let's just get into the questions. How do you keep track of your TBR pile? I do a combination of my head and Goodreads. So for my physical TBR, it's basically all in my head. I don't really separate books by TBR. For the most part, they're mixed in with each other, and I just remember what books I haven't read. I can look at a book on my shelf and know that I haven't read it. And most of these books are on my Goodreads TBR shelf. But my Goodreads TBR shelf doesn't have all of them, I think, and also has way more books. Is your TBR mostly print book or ebook? And my TBR is mostly print book. I actually thought it was mostly ebook because I was acquiring a lot of ebooks for a while, but it's not. How do you determine which book from your TBR to read next? This is a combination of whatever I'm feeling at the time and what my Goodreads TBR says. I have a habit of putting books in order on my Goodreads TBR for like the next 10 books, and there's no rhyme or reason, just like what I'm feeling in that moment, and that's usually how I make my monthly TBRs, and for the most part I do follow those. A book that's been on your TBR the longest, so instead of a book I'm doing two, and one for my physical TBR and one for my Goodreads TBR. So for my physical TBR, The Bone Season I think has been on my TBR the longest. I got it around the time I first started BookTube, so that would have been sometime during the end of 2015. For my Goodreads TBR, that would be Unwind by Neil Shusterman, which I added to my TBR on April 30th, 2011. A book you recently added to your TBR, The Accusation by Bandy. This was recently added to my Goodreads TBR, and I added it because April from Aprilius Maximus mentioned it in one of her recent wrap-up videos. I don't remember exactly what it's about, but it's by a North Korean person who wrote this book and then smuggled it out of the country, but they are still in North Korea, so Bandy is a pseudonym and no one knows who it actually is. And that part alone intrigued me. I believe the book is also like about North Korean life. A book on your TBR strictly because of its beautiful cover. I don't really do cover buys. Like if I buy a book, it's definitely because I am interested in the synopsis, not just because I like how it looks. But I'm choosing for this one Uprooted by Naomi Novik because I'm not sure I would have bought it if I didn't like the cover so much. And I bought like the specific UK edition because of this cover. A book on your TBR that you never plan on reading. Now, never is a strong word, but a book that I have no plans in the foreseeable future to read would be Start Without Me by Joshua Max Feldman. I got this at BookCon and it was free, so I just picked it up. I had never heard of it before, and the synopsis isn't really screaming something I want to read right now, but I might read it eventually, or this does seem like a book my sister would enjoy, so I might give it to her. We'll see. An unpublished book on your TBR that you're excited for. I Hate Everyone But You by Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn. If you don't know, Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn are two YouTubers, and they wrote a YA book, and so I'm interested in it. It's about two girls who go to different colleges, and they were best friends, and it's about their experiences. A book on your TBR that basically everyone's read but you. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It just feels like everyone's read it but me, and I'm really missing out. But I do plan to get to it sometime this summer, hopefully. A book on your TBR that everyone recommends to you. I wouldn't say everyone recommends this specifically to me, but I feel like everyone kind of just recommends it to each other, and that book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire-Sainz. Clearly I have it out from the library, so I'm going to read this, hopefully this week, maybe. After I finish Always and Forever Lara Jean, this is next, I swear. A book on your TBR that you're dying to read. I feel like this question doesn't make a whole lot of sense because if I'm really dying to read it, I should have already read it, right? But the book that I chose for this was The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I have the ebook and I am really excited to read it, I just haven't for whatever reason. And the last question is, how many books are on your TBR shelf? So for this one, I have 3 categories: physical, ebook, and my Goodreads shelf. So I have 40 books to read on my physical TBR, which is exactly where I started at the beginning of the year. So my acquisition and reading has been actually even, but also bad because I'm trying to get down to 10 books by the end of the year. So on my ebook shelf, I have 33, and on my Goodreads TBR, as of right now, I have 434 books on my Goodreads shelf. So yeah. So those are all the questions for the TBR tag. I forgot to look at people to tag, so if you're interested in doing this, I tag you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know the book you're most looking forward to reading on your TBR in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!